Hey everybody, welcome to RPM, Rock and Pop Mandolin, your site for learning classic rock and pop songs on this wonderful little 8-stringed instrument. My name is Mike DeJong, and today we're taking a look at a song by a band that, well, people either seem to love or hate. Coldplay. Now, I love them, especially their early stuff, but I understand not everybody likes them. They're not everybody's cup of tea. That's fine, but this song is one of my favorites from them. It's from their first album way back in 2000. Can you believe that's 22 years ago now, as of the date of this video here in 2022. Wow, time flies. But anyway, this song is called Yellow, and it has some really interesting double stops for you to play on the mandolin. Of course, the original track was played on guitar, but some of those guitar licks are quite interesting double stops for playing on the mandolin. So if you check out this lesson, the rest of this lesson, I hope you'll enjoy that and pick up maybe some new ideas for playing double stops and chords on the mando. But first, before we get to that lesson, a little bit of business. If you're new here, thanks very much for checking us out. But don't forget to hit that little red subscriber button there on the way out. It really helps this channel to continue to grow. If you are a returning subscriber, please check out all of the links down below where you can help support this channel if you want us to continue to make videos like these. There's a super like button down below, for example, where you can well, you can buy me a drink if you want. You can buy me a beer or buy me a coffee, anywhere from $2 to $5, whatever. Also, check out our affiliate links down below and our link to my new Learn Rock and Pop Mandolin video lesson series. But that's enough business. Let's take a look at this Coldplay song called Yellow, mandolin version, here on RPM. Okay, so Yellow has some very interesting chords that, well, are not very common on the mandolin. And let's start off with that first one. Right from the beginning of the song, it goes something to that effect there. And again, I'm kind of doing my own interpretation of this song because it's not a mandolin song, of course. So that's how I hear the intro. What it is a B chord, B major chord, right? And I'm not using the traditional version of the B chord that I usually use, which is here or even here. I'm using this one because I hear that note a lot in this song. They really emphasize this note here, which is an E flat note, but it actually works out to be the third note in a B chord or B scale, right? So let's do this B grip for this song. Here is your root, the 4th fret of the G string, right? And I'm playing that with my 3rd finger there. I'm reaching up here to the 1st fret of the D. That's that E flat note, right? So I'm going there and there. And then I'm putting my 2nd finger at the high B note there, which is on the 2nd fret of the A string. I'm not bothering with this high E. I'm trying to avoid that E string up there. So it's a 3-note chord here, 3-string chord, like that. Okay, so try and strum just those 3 if you can. Okay, and then later, right at the end of that opening lick, I do put in this second fret of the D string just momentarily to give you a sus chord of some kind here, a B sus 11, I think it is. But anyway, so the opening pattern just goes just like that, just very short, couple of bars to get you into the main lick, but it's just 2, 1, 2. So down, down, and up, down on the strumming pattern there. So down, down, and a little bit of a pause there. Did you hear that after the first 2? 1, 2, and 1, 2, like that. And then the second one is just and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then bring in that E note there. Okay, so like this. See that? So one more time, down, down, up, down, like that. Just like that. All right, fairly simple little opening phrase. Now, that chord is played throughout the verses. The rhythm guitar, the acoustic guitar in the original track just plays just a straight ahead sort of strumming like that throughout the verses. Then we go to this chord here. And then down to here, and then back to that B chord again. All right, so those are all pretty tough closed chords for you to get, but it takes a bit of practice and a bit of hand strength to hold those closed chords down. What do I mean by closed chords? Well, closed chords are chords like that, which don't employ any open strings here. I'm not playing any open strings there, right? I'm just going 6th fret here on the G, 4th fret, 4th fret. Okay, just like that. Again, I'm trying to avoid playing that E string down there. So just these three strings again. And what that is an F sharp chord. F sharp major chord. Okay, and then I'm just shifting it down 2 frets to here, which now makes it an E chord, E major chord. So F sharp major down to E major. Okay, and that's 4th fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret now. Okay, now sometimes I hear on the original track by Coldplay that F sharp you can also add this note in here to make it an F sharp 6 chord. It sounds like this. It sounds good coming off the B. I'll show you here. There's the B chord. Can you hear that note there? And it kind of buzzes a little bit on this mandolin, but it sounds pretty good. But it's probably easiest just to stick with that F sharp chord, F sharp major. Don't worry about any of the extensions right now. So here we go. From the beginning of the verses. Right? Same strumming pattern on the F sharp. Now down to the E. And then back to the B chord again. And those are the verses, those 3 chords, B major, F sharp major, and E major in this version of it. Again, in Coldplay's version of it, they use some chord extensions, and mainly because Chris Martin, the acoustic guitar player in the band and the vocalist, I think he uses some alternate tunings on the guitar, which allows him to get a few extended notes into the chords. But for the mandolin version, I'm just playing straight ahead major chords here. All right, for the verses. Okay, and now there's a little sort of pre-chorus. And all they're doing in that part there is they're just using those 2 notes from the B chord that I showed you, and they're just arpeggiating them, meaning picking them individually. So that's the first time through. The first time through that part, they do it that way. The second time through the part, later in the song, they do it like this. Okay, so what is that? Well, again, that's your 1st fret here on the D string, right? And your 4th fret on the G string. I'm just using those 2 notes here. Now, again, this is sort of a pre-chorus, all right? So it goes... So the first time it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Later in the song, they go to the E a little bit faster. They go like that, okay? But it's the same notes. And all I'm doing is moving this finger, or this note, to this note here with the 2nd finger, making that that sus chord again on the B, all right? So one more time. You see that? And then you go into the chorus. All right, now the chorus has got some interesting chords as well, and the strumming pattern is quite interesting too. It goes... and so on. All right, so what am I doing there? Well, I'm using an E chord here now. This E chord voicing, which is the 4th fret, 6th fret, and 7th fret. 4, 6, 7. All right, and I'm just hitting downstrokes here. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. I'm moving to 2 different chords. Watch how I do it here. You see what I did there? I went like that. Okay, so what are those chords? Well, it's that F sharp grip that I showed you before, but now you're just moving it up 2 more frets, okay, 2 frets higher instead of lower this time, and it becomes a G sharp chord, okay, so F sharp to G sharp. You're at, what fret is that? 5, 6, 7. You're at the 8th fret here now of the G string, and the 6 and the 6, 8, 6, 6, okay, and you're going from there down to the F sharp again. So 8, 6, 6 to 6, 4, 4. Watch again here, okay, so E, G sharp, sharp to F sharp, like that. You're just going, right? And back to that E chord. Okay, so those are all the underlying chord parts in this song, chord progressions. Now I'll show you the licks that go into the song that are really cool, those double stop licks that I mentioned off the top. By the way, if you're interested in learning more about closed chords, check out my Learn Rock and Pop Mandolin Lessons series, the video lessons. I have a couple of videos there which show you some of those closed chords that you can find at different points on the mandolin neck. It's really great for beginners and intermediate players to learn those chords, so check out my videos. The link is down below. Okay, so the lead lick that goes over the first part of the song goes like this. Back into the B chord, okay? So this lick is played over that pattern that I showed you before, B to F sharp to E, okay? So this lead line goes like this. It's the 4th fret here of the D string and the 2nd fret of your A, right? That's a double stop there, sounds like this. It's really cool and it works really nicely over that B chord, all right? So like that, okay? So what are you doing there? Well, you're taking that finger off, and now you're going second, second. So it's 4, 2, 2, 2, 2. There, okay? And you're just using downstrokes here. So watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so you switch to that note there, kind of halfway through the lick. All right, listen to this again. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so listen to how I do it again here. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. Now you're going to slide that that grip, that configuration up to here, which is the 8th fret now of your D string, 8th fret of the D, and 6th fret of the A string. So same grip as here, and you're going to do the same kind of move. You're going to move down to this chord here again. So you're going from here. Let's try it again from here. So now slide up to there. All right, so what is that? Well, that's, like I said, 8th fret and 6th fret. And then again, you're taking that one finger off to 6 and 6 here. Okay, so one more time from the first part. And there I slid up properly that time. My hands are a little sweaty right here. It's hard for me to slide right now, but normally you should be able to try to slide it up if you can, like the guitar player in Coldplay does. Okay, so here again. Like that. Still hitting all downstrokes. Then the third pattern is... And you really got to squeeze it so you don't get fret buzz like I sometimes get a little bit of. Okay, so what's that third one? Well, 6th fret here of your G string, 4th fret of the D now, 6th fret, 2, 4, and 4. Again, it's the same type of pattern on all those licks, all right? You're just using that little shape and then that little shape. And then here, 6 and 4, 4. And back to this one again. And then into a B chord. So how does that work? One more time. I'll do it one more time for you. Right? Like that. And end it on that B chord, or you can end it on this B chord if you want, right? That's another B chord that you could use. 4th fret, 4th fret, 6th fret, and 7th fret. This time I am utilizing all 4 strings for that B chord. That B chord works really nicely at the end of the pattern. All right, the final little lick that goes in this song goes over that chorus pattern that I showed you before, which was the E chord down to the G sharp and the F. Over top of that is a really kind of interesting little line that the guitar player does. It's this, okay? So listen closely first, and then I'll show you what it is. So... right? Okay, and this is my interpretation of it. I mean, I think these notes are correct. If they're not, maybe somebody out there can correct me on this, but it sounds like that's what he's doing on the guitar. So here on the mandolin, we've got, what fret is that? That is the 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 9, 9, and 11. Okay, so your 9th fret here on the D string and 11th fret on the A string, okay? And again, all downstrokes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So in this case, I'm changing chords right near the end of the pattern this time. It's a little bit later than the way he changes chords through the other part of the song, all right? So listen carefully again. It's here, 9 and 11. Okay, to there you're going 8, 9. Okay, 8 on the D string and 9 on the A. So here. And, you know, when you're using your downstrokes like that, you want to kind of feel the rhythm. Don't just go 1, 2, 3, 4, same at the same level. You want to kind of emphasize some of the notes and de-emphasize some of the other ones. Give it a bit of groove, give it a bit of feel, because it's a really simple little part, but it does have a nice feel to it. So listen to this. See, I'm kind of emphasizing the first beat each time, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like that. He just does it 3 times, and then ends on that chord right there, and that's it. Then they go back into the, you know, the regular verse parts. All right, that is it. That is Yellow by Coldplay, a fun alt-rock song for you to get down on the mandolin, and some interesting, as I said, some interesting chords and chord progressions, and also some really cool little double stops that I think work pretty well on the mandolin. Have fun with it, and let me know how it works for you. If you get out and jam with it, that would be really cool. If you play along with a guitar player, that would sound really awesome. In fact, that's what I do with my band here in Tokyo. Thanks very much for watching this video and all the videos on this channel. If you're new here, please don't hesitate to hit that little red subscriber button. If you are a returning subscriber, thanks very much for coming back, but don't forget to hit or to check out all of the links down below where you can support the work that I do here on RPM. Thanks very much for watching RPM.